If you've never had choripan before, you don't know what you're missing. Super easy to do, everybody. So choripan is chorizo and bread and chimichurri sauce. I'm gonna show you how to do all three. So first up, I've got my chorizo. This isn't Mexican chorizo like you're used to seeing, the real red, spicy kind. So this is Argentine. It's kind of mild, or it would be very similar to like a sweet Italian sausage. So I've already pre-grilled these out on my Weber Q. You've got to get that flame char on this for it to work. Then for my bread, it's just a fresh baguette. I'm gonna cut this in half and make a giant sandwich out of it. And then this is all my chimichurri ingredients, which we'll get into now. So if you've never made chimichurri before, everyone kind of has their own way to do it. We use one bunch of flat leaf parsley. We don't use cilantro like some people do, so it's up to you what you'd like to use. But I'm just gonna give this a rough chop. Throw it in my blender or food processor. Okay, next you want, you could use a shallot or a red onion. You want a couple tablespoons of whichever you prefer. Today I'm gonna go with the red onion. So let me cut up a little bit of this, probably about that much. And we'll just chop it here to help the food processor a little bit. All right, so next I've got some fresh oregano. I'm just gonna peel the leaves off. Again, you want a couple tablespoons, so I'm gonna do probably 3 full sprigs. Get those in there. Always use fresh if you can get it. Look at that. And then you want to do, I usually do about 5 cloves of garlic. Just cut off these ends, peel the skins off, and we can just throw them in whole. All right, so that's the first step. However your food processor works. Now what you're gonna do is just lightly pulse this. We wanna break it down a little bit first. So we'll just give it a go. So what you get is something that looks like that. Mostly broken up, but don't worry, we're gonna give it another spin here. Just as soon as we get these other ingredients in. So next up is 2 tablespoons of crushed red pepper flakes. So there's 1 and 2. And then my secret ingredient to kick this up a notch is Tabasco. So I don't know, maybe a teaspoon or so, depending on how spicy you like it, but I like it really spicy. So we'll just keep putting it in here. It's about 1, 2. So this is red wine vinegar. We're gonna do 4 tablespoons of that. And this I will measure. So there's 1. We'll do that 4 more times. And just a few last ingredients. So 1/4 cup of pure olive oil, 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. I would go on the higher end. You really want good flavor in this. And then the juice of 1 lemon. So let's get those in here. So here goes our 1/4 cup of the first oil. 1/4 cup of our second oil, which now gives us 1/2 cup. Then the juice from our lemon. I just want to squeeze this real quick. Oh yeah. I just use my hand like this. This way we don't get any seeds in there. Get it all out. Same thing with this one. All right, so now what we're gonna do is get the lid on. You'll notice this little opening there. We're gonna pour in our oil slowly. Let's get this on. And we'll just start blending and add the oil. Okay, so when it's done, you should get this beautiful, rustic looking chimichurri. Look at that consistency. Very nice. So now what's left? We got our sausages that are partially cooked. So what we're gonna do with these is cut them in half, like so. Just like that. And then we're gonna flip it over onto the hot side of the griddle. Same thing. Cut in half. Bam. Flat side down. So all we're really doing here at this point is reheating these. I want to make sure they're piping hot. There we go. So those are going. Let's get our bread taken care of. So I bought that baguette earlier. Get this guy out. We're just gonna cut this right in half, like this. Just like we did with the sausages, we're gonna go flat side down, get that nice and toasty. And after a couple minutes, it's ready to flip, so let's do it. All right. Okay, so what you do now, you take that chimichurri, slather that bun, make sure it gets down in all those little nooks and crannies. Oh yeah. Okay, now for the sausage. Let's get those on. Oh, I'm drooling. Just a little more chimichurri for good measure. Got to get it on the sausage. And then you cut this into 4 sandwiches. So we'll go 1, 3, and 4. Get in there. There we go. Look at that. It's the simple things in life. Chorizo, bread, and chimichurri. Let me get a bite. This is a very popular street food in Argentina and South America in general. Really, really good, guys. You've got to try this.